Understanding how users are querying your model and flagging unusual behavior for investigation can help you identify and prevent attacks. Many attacks, including model inversion, membership inference, and denial of service, are conducted by querying a model repeatedly, often at a much faster rate than a typical user. Repeated querying is also used in the creation of adversarial examples to be used in model evasion attacks. Collecting and monitoring information representing both the content of queries and their metadata, for example, frequency and patterns querying, can help identify anomalous activity. You should understand what expected inputs to your model look like and use that information to spot unusual inputs that may be worth investigating further. In the event of an attack or accidental system failure, accurate logs of user activity provide a basis for a post-attack investigation. What are the goals of this principle? You know what expected inputs to your model look like and have criteria to identify anomalous inputs. You can audit use of the system and its inputs and outputs. You have appropriate log data to allow you to investigate a compromise of your system, even if not identified immediately. Strengthen your system. Follow appropriate guidance when applying logging and auditing of logs. Guidance. Refer to the following: NCSC Guidance on Introduction to Security Logging, NCSC blog on what exactly you should be logging. The NCSC has released pre-made software to support logging called Logging Made Easy, LME. More information can be found about it on the LME GitHub page. Consider automated monitoring of user activity and logs. Understanding how suspicious behavior might look different to expected behavior in event logs is the foundation here. Guidance. The criteria for suspicious behavior will be different for each system, and you should use your understanding of your system and its intended use to develop the criteria. This should be clear from the start of the development process and include an understanding of the expected input space. Flagged behavior should be retained for audit and reviewed regularly for evidence of suspicious behavior. The actions your system takes in response to detecting unusual behavior will vary. Common responses may include limiting, throttling the rate of queries that can be sent to your model and implementing appropriate preprocessing to heighten the threshold for an adversarial user developing an opaque box attack. Open API safety best practices. Strengthen your approach, processes, development. When an alert has been raised or an investigation has concluded that a cybersecurity incident has occurred, report to the relevant stakeholders and authorities. Guidance. Follow the NCSC's advice for reporting and managing incidents, and if appropriate, report the incident to the NCSC. Strengthen your people. Use humans in the loop to investigate what automated processes flag as unusual. Guidance. If user behavior has been flagged as suspicious or during routine audits, humans should be reviewing user behavior and the system response to this behavior. As part of this process, the reviewer should decide whether the user interaction was malicious or not, and whether the system model response was expected and/or correct. To be able to draw conclusions, the reviewer must have a good understanding of the system requirements and architecture. When the review contains personal or sensitive data, the correct guidelines and security procedures must be followed for handling and viewing data. Compliance and security when handling data is discussed in Principle 2.4. Requirements and development. Secure your infrastructure, digital assets.